G'day, you may have read or heard this week that Cameron Jeffers was stripped of his British National e-bike championship. Let's break this down and see what's going on. So Cameron Jeffers this week, read the news. I was a bit surprised, but he's been stripped of his national e-bike championship. This is the first national British Zwift championship. If you don't know who Cameron Jeffers is, he's got a bit of a cycling vlog channel, a bit like MCS really, except he's probably a lot younger, a lot better looking, a lot more talented, and I've got a homemade green screen. But yeah, so very similar to MCS. I suggest you check out his channel. This week he lost his title. I was pretty shocked and a little bit gutted as well. I watch his channel quite a bit, and I've actually got a lot of respect for the guy. Now, I'll link below to his full story, but let's break it down. Let's see what's going on, because I was pretty shocked and I was hoping it wasn't another cycling, Armstrong debacle. But anyway. The story goes that he, about 12 months ago when he was first getting into Zwift, he used some sort of an Ant Plus simulator to unlock the all-conquering Tron bike. Now, if you're not familiar, in Zwift you can unlock different bikes based on your accomplishments and levels. The story goes is he used an Ant Plus simulator to basically simulate climbing up Alpe d'Huez a few thousand times, to climb the appropriate distance to unlock the Tron bike, which is allegedly one of the fastest bikes in Zwift. Earlier this year, he then won the Zwift National Championships as well. So that's the story. And he's since been stripped of his British National Championship. He's also been fined, I think, £250. And he's basically banned from racing for the next 6 months. So he's lost his professional license for cycling for the next 6 months. Lost his professional license for cycling for the next 6 months or so. Now, what's going on here? What do we think? Is he a fraud? Is he a victim of the system? Now, I think that Zwift, if you're racing and playing on Zwift, that's fine. I mean, everyone's, it's not really a level playing field. As much as Zwift Power tries to make sure that everybody is on, there's no cheating. It's really, there is a lot of variables involved. I mean, all the trainers they aren't all calibrated. They might be a little bit different there. You've got people with their weights not that accurate. There are a lot of variables out there. It is just a simulator. It's not real racing. It's just a bit of fun. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care if someone's cheating and beats me. As long as I'm having fun and getting a good workout, then I don't really mind. If you're just playing it as a game, having a bit of fun racing, that's okay. There's no need to take it too seriously. But now, if Zwift wants to start getting into some serious e-bike racing here, as I mentioned, the British National Zwift Championships were actually the first such event. So they're learning they're figuring out how this is all going to work, but they're going to have to figure this out quickly, because it's costing people like Cameron Jeffers his reputation, his livelihood, and you can't mess around like this. If Zwift wants to step up to beyond being just a game or just a motivational bit of exercise kit, and get into some sort of serious national sort of people wearing stripes and all this sort of stuff, they need to sort their shit out. It's as simple as that. The day of the big race, they went to the extremes of weighing everybody, making sure all the power meters were all calibrated. I think they were using Wahoo kickers, and then they just let them jump on any old bike they like. Now, in a proper road race, in a proper UCI sanctioned race, the rules about what bike you can ride are so bloody strict. 6.8 kilos. You can't be riding bloody Lotus bikes with crazy aerodynamics. Now, they're so strict these days, surely they would just apply the same rules to a Zwift race. How can they just let him jump on that Tron bike anyway? I don't condone Cameron Jeffers cheating, or they should just give him some sort of a warning. I'm sure he didn't mean anything by it. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a bit ludicrous, in all honesty. When I first read the headline news, I thought he'd been caught doping. I thought, well, this is it. he's been done. You know, I was a bit disappointed because, as I said, I watch his videos and I follow him along quite a bit. I really rate the guy. If you don't watch his vlogs, I suggest you do. They're really, really good. But I really think that if I was Mr. Jeffers, I'd be pretty upset. I think he's been dealt. I think he's been dealt with far too harshly. And as far as I'm concerned, I think he is actually a really, really good ambassador for the sport of cycling. Doesn't mean that he should be given some sort of concessions. He should be allowed to, you know, break the rules or do things, you know. Yes, what he did was wrong. He admits that. If you've watched his video, he admits that. I think it was a little bit like I said. It's a bit like how you and I might cheat if we were playing some computer game, you know, and then back in the day, that's how it was. And then it obviously, things started to get a bit more serious and, you know, started racing on Zwift a bit more seriously. I mean, if you follow his vlog, you can see some of his first races. I mean, the guy was just having a bit of fun, really. And as things progressed, I think he started to enjoy it and take it a bit more seriously, and start to use Zwift a little bit more in his, you know, a little bit more in his training program, I guess, if you like. You can see he starts to focus a bit more on Zwift racing as part of his cycling program. So. And then obviously that led to the national championships, and as I say, the rest is history. But yeah, I think that they need to straighten out these rules really, really quickly. Otherwise, they're just going to lose a lot of faith. I think they're going to lose a lot with the public, with people. And yeah, it's just stupid. Like I said, the UCI is so strict with cycling gear and cycling equipment that I don't see why it should be any different in Zwift at all. As I said, just give everybody the option of 3 different bikes: a climbing bike, an aero bike, a traditional road bike maybe, and maybe a choice of, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 different wheels they can choose from, and let them just go from there, just like in a real race. I think that would be great. Maybe we should all sign some petitions and get Mr. Jeffers his stripes back. As always, comment below. I'd love to hear what you think about all of this. Beautiful day today. Might get out on Watopia for a few laps. Anyway, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you on the next one.